Hello and welcome to Dubai International Cricket Stadium for match number 13. It's the Tornadoes versus Team Spirit. As we take a quick look at the points table and how they're looking like, we have three teams that have already qualified for the semi-final spot. That is Team Barmy Army, Spirit, as well as Falcons. And today we're hoping to see the Tornadoes bag themselves a win in order for them to be in contention for the semi-final spot. Hello and welcome to the SDG Fairbreak Invitational Tournament. My name is Lisa Hopoe and I am joined in studio by Georgie. Georgie, as you could see that the teams that are playing against each other, one team still needs to contend to be in the semi-final spot, and then we've got the other one that's already in the semi-final spot. How do you see this game unfolding?
Yeah, I think that makes it very interesting, actually. Tornadoes have got to bag that win. We've just seen Sapphires get a win today, and they're watching the Tornadoes with beady eyes because they could still bag them a spot. But yeah, you'll see what they do. There might be different team selections on Spirit here, whether they rest certain people knowing that they're already in that semi-final, or whether they go out all guns blazing and sort of put down a marker and show what they can do.
Mm-hmm. And because it's such a major game for the Tornadoes, you speak about some of the players that need to be incorporating. Who are you looking at to seeing play today?
Oh, well, you know, you can't ignore the likes of Sune Luce in the middle there. She's got a bit of everything, you know, she bat, bowl, field. But then they were unlucky in their game the other day with the two early run-outs. So the likes of someone like Stir Callis, who we had in comms earlier, she'll be important at the top of the innings alongside Sophie Devine and her one-handed sixes that we've seen in this tournament.
Yeah, which we hope we'll be able to continue to see in this game. Let's go straight to Mel, who's on standby for the coin toss.
Well, it's a huge match here for the Tornadoes, still scrapping for a semi-final spot. The Spirit are already through. I think they'll be given a run for their money tonight. Time for the coin toss. I have standing captain Sophie Devine here and Nicola Carey from the Spirit. We have Joe Presh from ATPI Travel, who's going to toss the coin, and Steve Bernard, who is going to officiate the match referee. Off we go, Joe. Heads is the call from Nicola. Tails is the result. Sophie, standing captain, good result. What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bowl first tonight.
Tell us why.
Oh, look, I just think it's a good opportunity for us to put some pressure on the Spirit side and then know what we're chasing. We know that the Spirit have got a bit of form coming into this game at the moment, and we know this is a big game for us to make sure that we can get into the semi-finals.
Yeah, big scrap. How much does a bonus point come into play, do you think, tonight?
Yeah, I think we've seen throughout the tournament that bonus points are going to be really important. So if we can snare at least 1 point, I think it's certainly going to help our cause.
Oh, well, good luck for you tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll bring Nicola Carey in. Nick, you're already in the semi-finals. You sit back and take it easy?
Oh, never, Mel. No. No, we'll approach this game like we have every other game. Obviously, want to take all 4 points. So, yeah, we're looking forward to the game tonight.
Is there a danger, you as captain? Do you have to make sure you keep everybody up and that they don't just relax a little bit knowing that they're already safely in the semis?
No, I think the girls are all up and about, as you can see in the warm-up. So I don't think there's any danger of any complacency here. So, yeah, no, it should be a good game.
Undoubtedly, you'll be expecting them to fight pretty hard.
Oh, absolutely. As you mentioned, they're sort of fighting for a semi-final spot. So, yeah, we're expecting a really good contest with those girls. So, yeah, it should be interesting.
All right, well, good luck tonight. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Thanks, Mel.
So, there you have it. The Tornadoes have won the toss and they've elected to field.
And as we take a look at how that starting 11 for Team Spirit is, we've got Sarah Bryce, who's the wicket keeper, opening that batting lineup with Nathanakan Chantam, who was brilliant, getting herself 72 runs in the previous game. We also see the left arm spinner from England, Sophie Ecclestone, who will be crucial in today's bowling. And of course, Ayabonga Kaka coming in there, and Jitke given an opportunity to come in that starting 11. And let's take a quick look at how the starting 11 for Team Tornadoes is. And as I hand over to Georgie.
Yeah, so opening up top, we've got Sophie Devine alongside Natasha Miles. Sune loses in. Stir Callis is pushed down the order a bit. Alia Riaz, Katie Martin at wicket keeping. Diana Begg, she'll be so important. Marianne Masonda, Suturung Magar. Maybe we'll see that push pass celebration. And then, Winnie Durasingham, who was so good earlier on in the tournament, will be there as well.
And now let's go straight to a short story about Diana Baig.
I'm Diana Baig and I'm from Pakistan, and here I'm playing for Tornadoes. Obviously, it means a lot because I was dreaming to play with a lot of international cricketers. I saw them when I started cricket. So Sophie Devine is in my team, and Katie Martin, Sunny Lewis, Taylor. They all are the legends of the game. So playing with them in the same team, I would say it's amazing, and I'm going to learn a lot from them now. Associate nations are also here, so we are interacting with them, and obviously they are following us, so it's good to be here, that we are inspiring people all around the world. So yeah, we are interacting with them, and they're telling us stories about how they start cricket and how in their nation how cricket is. Of course, it will impact all over the world, and more countries will start playing cricket after watching this tournament. So yeah, it's good. Our team is full of energy, so there are people who do fun, so it's amazing to be part of the team. We do 2 or 3 training sessions together, so it's a light environment, and we are actually enjoying the actual cricket. So yeah, it's amazing to be here.
All right, Georgie, let's talk about just the toss and it being won by the Tornadoes. Is it a good toss for them to win?
Yeah, I think really good toss to win. Not just the mentality of winning it and Sophie Devine backing her team and that, but chasing has been so successful in this tournament so far. And when you've got a batting lineup like that, and you've got someone like Sophie Devine up top, you've got the likes of Sune Luce in there, you've got your Sturkallis, Taylor. I think it's a really important toss for them, and they'll know what that bonus point will be. And it's like she said at the toss, it's so integral to their performance at the moment and getting through to that semi-final, which is what they're looking at. Yeah, I think chasing. We're in for an exciting night, if you ask me.
And in your eyes, what is a good score?
Oh well, we've seen a few. I think we've seen 2 scores of 153 or maybe 3. Don't quote me on that one, but I think Spirit, they've got a really good batting lineup, and if Jeans can set up like she did last time with that 70, and then you've got the likes of Sophie Eccleston to come in, bish bash boss down the innings, they'll be looking to set around 150. They would be hoping, I guess. They would feel that they could defend that. They've got some great bowlers in there. Obviously Eccleston, like I mentioned, but then Winnie Durasingham has been phenomenal, and then you've got the likes of Miyagi, who took that 4-fer. You've got Sita Ranamaga in there, so it's going to be a really tight contest, I think, this.
Yeah, and Nicola Carey spoke about how they want to grab all the points today. Do you see that happening in today's game?
That is one of the most Australian things I think I've ever heard. Yeah, we're already through, but we want all the points, and that is just such great talk from the captain. You know, she wants to go in. She's not going soft on anyone. Nicola Carey wants the points. She wants to win.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing the next game, and I hope that you are too. Let's go straight to a break, and we'll come back with some more cricket action.
Welcome to match 13 of the SDG Fairbreak Invitational 2022, the inaugural tournament. And we've got the second match of the double header here at the Dubai International Stadium. The Tornadoes are playing the Spirit. Now the Spirit have already qualified for the playoffs, but the Tornadoes, having only played 3 matches, need a couple of points to get in. So they'll have 2 opportunities to score those points. There's the table. Bamiami on the top, Spirit already qualified. The Falcons, having just come off a loss, have already snuck in because they got the bonus point in the match against the Sapphires. There's still plenty to play for here in the tournament. The top 4 go through to the finals, and the top 4 in the dancing contest, they go through to the finals as well. With me, Georgie Heath, what do you think about that lot?
I mean, I'm always up for a dance, so I'm in for that one. Yeah.
Andrea May Zebeda from Austria at the Dancing Doctor.
The Dancing Doctor, indeed. And Diana Baig will be looking to doctor some wickets early on in this innings. The Pakistani quick, with Sarah Bryce looks like to face the first ball.
Sarah Bryce from Scotland. Her sister's also playing in this tournament. This is the seam bowler, Sarah's keeper and batter. She's facing Diana Baig from Pakistan, and hello opener, Vikan Chantham. Jeans has been in terrific form for the Spirit. There's a first slip in place. There's a wide, deep third and a fine leg. And Bryce slashes the first ball. And that caught Sune loose by surprise out there at cover. I think Sune loose was just settling in. She's got to take a couple of balls, get used to the light and the pace, and she gets that. She bounces hard on the used cricket pitch. Picks it up well, though. Yeah, welcome to the game, Sune. Bowled Baig. Let's have a look at the Diana Baig action. Nice balance. Nice rhythmic arms, get the ball out behind the head, on the target. The only reason she loses the target is the hair gets in the way. Nice drives again. Stair Callis at cover. We had her on air earlier on.
Always dangerous.
Yeah, she's a cannon. I don't know what kind of cannon, Stair, but a cannon.
Yeah, she's a determined cricketer, though. The Netherlands international plays up in the north, so yeah, nice fun crossover, that one. Nice to have her in.
This one's whipped through mid-wicket. That is terrifically timed. Sarah Bryce, the Spirit are away.
Played really nicely there by Sarah Bryce. She's in quite good touch. We saw her yesterday, the Battle of the Bryces. She came out on top. She just clipped that one away through the gap. And Alia Riaz can do nothing but collect the ball from the boundary.
Just a fraction of swing for Baig, just straightening down the line. And a Baig Fairbreak Invitational, 3 wickets, 6.8. That's a decent economy rate. 2 for 15 for the Pakistan international. Off the pad. I think Fine Leg will collect this. He scuttle through for a couple of leg byes to finish the first over of this match 13. The Spirit are 6 for no wicket. There are tonight's teams. The Tornadoes have won the toss. Stefani Taylor out tonight. Could be missed. Need a Sotirang from Thailand. We'll get the new ball for the second over. No slip in place for her, but a short cover. Must be fun bowling to your teammates.
Yeah, it's been nice. We've seen a lot of the Thailand, we've seen a lot of the Thailand girls really show up in this tournament. We can't ignore Chanthan's last innings. That really was quite something. Yeah, it's just nice to see the two of them doing their thing. And we saw few wickets in the Falcons side earlier, and they've just been such a good story, the Thailand team, over the last few years. Nice to be able to celebrate that here.
Drives in the air and gone. The short cover is brilliantly placed. Soleil Lewis, the South African captain. And the good run of Jean's Chantham comes to an end for brilliant captaincy and field places as much as anything.
Yeah, we just see this. Jean, she just didn't get a hold of it, sliced it somewhat, and it was a great catch from Sune Luce, diving to her right there. The Tornadoes are off to the absolute flying start. This is just what they needed at this point. Remember, they're looking for a win here, but the informed Jeans goes for 0, goes for 0. The Spirit are 6 for 1.
Sophia Dunkley gets lucky first ball. A fat inside edge.
Have a look at that wicket again here. It's a great catch. It came quickly to the diving Sune Luce, but there's an exuberantly happy Sune Luce there as Jeans has to stride off for 0, having been so good in the last game. She looks very disappointed there.
Oh, that's a full toss, belted away. They fumble, they think too, they don't take it. How high was it? Too high. Over the waist. There'll be a no ball and a free hit.
Yeah, that's really high, that one. Interestingly, the free hit sign is somewhat like the Tornadoes celebration. Even the umpires are getting in on the act at the moment. The captain Nicola Carey there, she's been in fantastic form alongside Divya and Sophie Eccleston, and closest to us you can see coach Esther De Lange.
Free hit for Dunkley and she makes the most of it. So T-Ring tries to bowl away from Dunkley, fair enough. But it's in the Dunkley swing out. You can't bowl a wide. If you do, it's another free hit. So you must be inside those wide guidelines. Like he doesn't beat the gap and direct hits, trouble. Eddie Barton just cleans that one up. We've seen some sharp running so far in this tournament, but we've also seen some great throwing, and the stumps have been hit numerous times for runouts. Can't beat the field again. The end of a successful over. The Spirit 14 for 1. Chance on the hot blade for the Spirit, out for a duck. Brilliant field placement, falling to her countrywoman.
Yeah, and this is a great start here for the Tornadoes. Obviously, they won the toss and chose to field, so this is sort of justifying that decision by captain Sophie Devine at the beginning. They've got the informed player out. Remember, she scored that 70-odd in the last game, but we do know that Spirit do bat quite deep, and they do bat well in those middle orders. The likes of Carey and Maroof taking over, and then Eccleston to come in and give it a bit of a whack at the end. Not forgetting Dunkley. That's picked up there by Mary-Ann Masonda, captain of the Zimbabwe women's team. The only Zimbabwe representation at this inaugural Fairbreak Invitational, but she is a really fine batter. When she was younger, she said she was taught to hit sixes, and then she had to spend a lot of time unlearning hitting sixes because all she ever wanted to do was hit the ball for six.
Dunkley goes hard. Places well. Sophia Dunkley off to a fly. The other night she chopped one on early. A little bit unlucky with the bottom edge and wide of the stumps. Tonight she's just making the most of it. Got it a little bit short from Diana Baker. It's not a bumper or a short pitch ball, but Dunkley's down the pitch at it. Again she goes. Again she gets 4.
Yeah, it's nicely played there by Dunkley. Obviously the pace of Bay, but she knew exactly what she's doing. She charged down a little bit there. Gone nicely square, no one there. Yeah, Diana Begg a little annoyed with herself on that one. This is what Dunkley does so well. She can frustrate bowlers in that kind of way, can't she?
And so much so that those 2 shots have forced a field change. Well, it's clever batting because she's looked out the leg side. The fielder was deep behind square leg. We're in the power play. You're only allowed 2 out in any case. Now, square leg is much squarer. Terrifically fielded. Just on the edge of the circle. Good ball to finish with, but expensive over from Bay. 9 off that. The Spirit at 23 for 1. viewers all over this planet. Asia, Africa, the Americas, even Australia. The T-Rang goes full and wide. Once again tries to bowl away from Dunkley. She's got terrific reach.
Yeah, Dunkley's racing along here, isn't she? 19 from just 9 deliveries. This is the kind of thing she did so well for England in the World Cup. She's really in form. She's almost gone in the wrong direction for that one with her feet, but she's, yeah, it's gone so nicely and really finding her form in this competition. Saturan can only look on in despair as Sophia Dunkley races along.
That's another 4. Went very hard at that. That is your classic throw the bat. It's wide, get a bit of an edge, it flies.
Yeah, when it's your day, it's your day. You find an edge, goes for 4. If she wasn't having a day, there would have been someone there, I'm sure. But yeah, Sophia Dunkley doing what she's done so well for the Spirit side, and she's sort of anchoring in innings. You know, you lose that early wicket, and she's just stabilised it early on.
Again, she walks down the wicket. That's a T-Rang and loves it up the mid-off. Well, Sophia, she's playing like a free spirit at the moment.
Very good, very good. He's here all night.
Jade Allen and her mum from down the south coast. A couple of wickets for Jade this evening. 2 stumpings are part of that world record by Bet the lead of the 5 stumpings.
Yeah, you mentioned those from earlier. We have been privy to a world record at the Dubai International Stadium today. It was just incredible. 5 stumpings for Babette de Leader, the most of any women's T20 ever. And I spoke to Sana Mir in the press conference afterwards, and she said that her and Babette will always have that connection now, as she was part of those stumpings too.
Good Yorker. When Satiring bowls straighter, getting much better results. So let's have a look at these stumpings. The leg break from Sana Mir. Every stumping really is required the leader to come back a long way. Not so much that one. A couple of straightforward ones. And I think, with all due respect, I think he missed one in there as well. It could have been 6. Nicked. That's a great scoring zone in limited over cricket. 4 gone, 36 for 1.
Yeah, there's just that edge from Sarah Bryce, but as we said earlier, it was going away from her. Katie Martin, nothing she can do there. Runs all day. 2 very happy batters out in the middle there. The Spirit are racing along at the moment. See, those towers are just increasing. There's the wicket in the second over.
There's a bit of a converse trend happening with those buildings. Normally after a wicket, you slow down a bit. Sophia Dunkley taking on the bowling. Both of those overs, 3 and 4. And Sarah Bryce just chipping in there with that fat edge that ran away fine for a 4. Sune Lewis with her leggies.
Easy serve, nice air. Good ball off spin today, mate.
Little top spinner. Brave to see the spinner on inside the power play. Her 2 outriders, a long on and deep square leg. Little slide, a little skidder.
I guess at this point you sort of think, you know, they've had some lucky edges, and with the pace on, they're going to the boundary, so maybe just mix it up a little bit with that spin.
Nice, Sita.
And perhaps try and put the brakes on that scoring somewhat and find an edge that might find some hands this time.
Bryce uses her feet. The Dunkley aggression's rubbing off on Sarah Bryce.
Sit on it. Right back, right back. Down brackets.
Nice shot. Great chase, Winnie. Some lovely cricket there. Well, bowl batted, well fielded. 5 gone, 39 for 1.
One over left in the power play. Good start for the Spirit. Up around 8 and over. Sitarana McGar getting her first opportunity for the game. Left arm spin. And lands the first one. Adam Collins, Izzy Duncan taking you through the next 5 overs.
I love watching Sophia Dunkley. She's a busy, enterprising cricketer. She gets on with it. They're going at quite a rate now in this power play. Last over of the power play.
Getting through for another single. Sitarana McGar picked up a wicket against the Sapphires to start the tournament. 1 for 19 rather, or 4. She was quite important in that victory. And 1 for 24 against the Barmy Army. A couple of overs. Vice captain of the Nepalese team. That's really good to Dunkley. And we saw Dunkley was out to spin yesterday, albeit off spin, not left arm orthodox. Isha Oza bowled around our legs when trying to sweep. So that'll be in the back of their mind.
A rare dot ball there.
Out towards long on and taken! Sune loose!
Check out
Sitarana McGar. The big wicket of Sophia Dunkley inside the power play. That might prove to be a decisive moment in this game. The Nepalese spinner, her 3rd wicket for the tournament, giving it some air. Dunkley taking it on, shanking it. And the safe hands of Sune loose. Roving around on the road. Good cricket.
incredible. And we just love the celebration as well, the Bollywood. It's the Pushpa celebration, rubbing the beard. We've seen a lot of that. So Sophia Dunkley, who was looking dangerous, Bish bashing the ball all over the place, is out for 26 and the score 41 for 2.
Really good from McGar. We'll see that wicket again. The previous delivery, Bryce got in a tangle, and then Dunkley tried to take aggression back on and didn't work. Nice sweep there from Bryce at the deep backward square. A little bit of a fumble. Back for a couple. But I love the idea of Sitarana McGar keeping the ball above the eye line. She bowled her first over. The power play is over for the Spirit. 43 for 2. So still a good start by any objective measure in this comp, Izzy, but the very fact that it's Dunkley gone, that feels like a significant part of the game already to me, because she was looking fantastic.
Absolutely. We know she scored runs in this competition. She's quick with her hands through the ball. She scored a 50 already against the Falcons, 51, and that's a big scalp.
Sunalus, good all-round cricketer. How will they manage these middle overs? The power play is complete, formally, so signalled.
Here's the wicket. It's the wicket.
It's the first wicket of the power play. Dunkley was able to get a couple out of the inner ring. Her demise there. Suno Luz took the catch, got the ball in her hand again, her second over.
Well, here's Maroof of Pakistan. Given us a wide. It's a bit of a surprise. I think she could have probably played at that. A reasonable shot.
Ismail Maroof made an important unbeaten 40 against the Sapphires. Putting on 114 with Nicola Carey on that occasion when they were reduced to 15 for 3 early on inside the power play. Made 18 from 17 yesterday against the Warriors as they build that platform, which being comfortably enough, winning that game by 67 runs. They look a well-balanced side, the Spirit, don't they?
Yeah, she's got a stack load of runs as well, Maroof. 2,225 runs in T20 international cricket. That's the most in Pakistan for a woman.
Ladder from Loose. So they've got Bismar Maroof and then Carey to come in at 5. The captain. And then Sophie Eccleston, who's performed both times as finisher in this tournament. Both times she's been called upon.
Sophie!
Yeah, she's often used as a pinch hitter, isn't she? They elevate her up the order to come in and bash it around and get the runs when they're needed quickly.
It's a luxury having Eccleston down there at 6 or 7, come in at the tail. Death.
See that, see the extra.
Sophie Devine, skipper tonight, in the absence of Stefani Taylor. 2 out on the leg side. Makes a single to Devine. End of 7 overs, 45 for 2 the score.
Here is Bismar Maroof. So she's third most runs by an Asian in T20 internationals. Pretty impressive. Mitali Raj up there at the top. Some well-known names. Nata Patu, of course, in this competition, number 5.
Gives a sense of Bismar's consistency over a long period of time now.
Do you want a third or a 5?
Find only the 2 Indian stars, but Dali Raj and Harmanpreet Kaur. Sitarana Magar to continue with their potent left arm tweakers. Hit it's the call. Ooh. Had she done so, it would have been interesting.
And Maroof very keen to rotate the strike here and keep that scoreboard ticking over. Bit of a risk this. Direct hit, she would have gone.
Oh, a long way. Probably could have thrown the ball to Magar actually, but I suppose Chinita wasn't to know that when she collected the ball. So 3 out on the leg side, a deep cover on the off. This has been the kind of innings that Bryce has played throughout the tournament. A couple of starts to get to really go on with it, usually at a strike rate of roughly 100.
She likes to toss it up there, Magar. That's nutmegged Sarah Bryce.
Or nutmegged, given we're talking about women's cricket. The nutmeg back in the 2017 World Cup. And an iconic shot of that tournament with Nat Siva.
Catch it, Cedar. Oh, nice fielding, Cedar. Great.
Plenty of air, tossing it up. It's the tempter for Maroof. She is the new bat. It's the right thing to do at this stage.
Hit it! Hold it!
Very comfortably there. Already an important spell this from Sitarana Magar. All known for her run scoring in the T20 qualifier last year. Second most runs in that competition, but most useful with ball in hand for Nepal. The Tornadoes. The lone wide? Yep, wide. Took a while to unfurl the arms, but just over the top of the tram tracks.
Yes, Magar, she debuted internationally in 2019 against China.
Full toss not put away. Yeah, they can be a bit deceptive, those debut years cut. Sitarana Magar played for Nepal for a long time before that, but they only received T20 international status in 2019, which was a great thing, by the way, that they liberated that particular measure. Before that, only the full member nations were deemed to have played T20s.
Good stop, good stop.
This field to finish. Isma retains the strike. After 8 overs, the Spirit 51 for 2. New over about to start. We're going to go down to the side of the pitch where Mel Farrell's collected a player to talk to.
Do we want Tash anymore?
Well, that's right. We've had players from all around the world, but for Chaya Mughal here, well, this is a home game. The UAE captain down here, Chaya, it's so great to have you here. What has this been like for you to be able to play at home in a tournament like this?
First of all, I mean, it's an amazing thing that anyone could ever dream of. I mean, playing with the players like such an elite level, it's a privilege for me. And there's so much of learning that's happening at the moment, and I'm sure that this learning will come back to us, and I will definitely share it with our UAE women's team, and that will certainly, you know, even help them in their future.
So how did you end up playing for the UAE?
Well, I'm from India. And I come from Jammu and Kashmir. It's a very beautiful place in India. And I've been playing cricket back in India, and I've played nationals in India as well. So as soon as I landed in Dubai, it was year 2009. And it took almost 6 years for me to know that there is a women's cricket team in UAE as well. So as soon as I got to know about it, I just went in. There was a match happening by then, and then they told me, okay, why not you come and bowl? And that's the time, and it took a ball, and then I never looked back.
Well, you haven't looked back this tournament. You took 2 for 13 against the Warriors, so you've been in the wickets. Have you been able to have family come and watch you here?
Oh yes, my mum and dad, they come and support every day. In fact, a few of my friends also, they're planning to come and visit. So it's so much fun when you are, you know, playing in front of the people that you know, and it's the first time that we are facing the crowd and this virtual audience for the very first time. I mean, it not only helps you to improve, but it also helps you to change your few tactics, you know, how you look in the camera, how are you, you know, all those things matter, and that's the first time when we get to see ourselves in the bigger picture, and then we see, okay, you know, maybe I could have done this one better, maybe I could have done that better. So that's how, you know, it's really helping us, and seeing the crowd, you know, backing us, supporting us, it's a big thing for me.
Just see if there's a finger going up from the umpire, but no, there's not. And give us a quick status update on where women's cricket is in the UAE.
Well, women's cricket in UAE, it's established in leaps and bounds. I can see many girls who are coming up, and especially having tournaments like this, it's a privilege in UAE, you know. When people get to know that, yes, there's something for women's cricket also, you know, they're picking up these games, and they want to invest their time in it, which is really good for us. You know, if we talk about women's girls in UAE, we've got a good bunch of girls, and we've got even the youngsters from the grassroots level who are coming and picking up the sport.
Well, you're certainly giving them something to aim for. You've been a brilliant ambassador for the UAE, and good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mel. Lovely chat there with Chaya Mughal, who picked up 2 wickets in the first game for the Spirit against the Warriors. That big in-swinging Yorker to get them going in that victory played her role. They'll be in the semi-finals.
Oh, Winnie, that's really nice, mate.
And that conversation around what this has been able to do for associate players. Lovely story I picked up earlier today where we've seen the 17-year-old Titra Satish playing in the previous game this evening. She's 17 years of age. She's going to be playing in the Under-19s World Cup next year. She spent an hour and a half with Susie Bates picking her brain about captaincy. I mean, what that will do for her, sharing the dressing room with the Falcons when she turns out in that competition next January, with Bates being one of the greats of the game. And Satish on the rise. 9 overs gone here. The Spirit 56 for 2. Singh, who was the destroy. Second win the Spirit, I should say, the Tornadoes enjoyed in this competition. Charged with the responsibility of bowling at the death. She's bowled 1 over. I expect we'll see her fall through the middle stretch here. Chitarana Magar to continue.
Jira Singh had a great game, didn't she, against the Warriors? 3 for 24, was player of the match.
Good spell, this.
Good Cedar.
Here's Maroof, 6 from 16. Can't get the spin away. Takes it on here, just clearing mid-on. Measured risk there with Aliyah Riaz on patrol. Just getting it beyond her international teammate.
And Magar taking that crucial wicket of Dunkley earlier on, caught by Luce, the Nepalese bowler, with slow left arm. Very impressive.
Same direction, better result. Much better contact there by Bismar Maroof. Moves into double figures with her first boundary.
Here it is. Look at this foot movement, just to skip up the pitch, gets underneath it and places it beautifully. Good manipulation of the ball there from Maroof. And just releases the pressure a little bit here for the Spirit. We need to get on with it.
So to give some sense of the Tornado situation here, they've elected to bowl wide signalled here for the first time in the comp. They've been in a position where they've been batting first and winning from that position, as they've done a couple of times. But here, they're fielding first because they'll need to just get that bonus point. If they get the bonus point, they have locked away their semi-final berth.
It's been about bonus points today, hasn't it?
On the sweep. Yes, but even though it's been batting first, which has served them well, I can understand the logic of that, being able to control the parameters to a certain extent. We're only a couple of balls away from the end of the first 10 here, and the Tornadoes will know that, yes, winning the game, good and well, but if they can clear that first hurdle in the chase, they'll be in the semis.
She loves to cut, Sarah Bryce. It's her favourite shot.
And the reason for that is that the Tornadoes will overtake the Sapphires because they beat them in the group stage.
And the Tornadoes have got everything to play for here. They're in the scrap.
Bismar retains the strike. We're at the end of 10 overs, the halfway mark, which means a drinks break and a timeout. The Spirit, good start, made their way to 66 for 2.
halfway mark of the first innings of the match between Spirit and the Tornadoes. Again, the Tornadoes have to win. Spirit are off to a good start. They've lost 2 wickets. They've made their way to 66. And here they are. First one, great catch by Sune Loose on the money. And then Sophia Dunkley looking dangerous. And another terrific catch by Sune Loose, who has been on the money. So, interestingly, as I'm joined in commentary, Melinda Farrell here, taking you through the next 5 overs with Mark Farmer. Exactly the same score as the first match we had tonight. 66 on the board.
Nice, Winnie.
Durasingham.
You might have a bit of a laugh about that with a Kiwi and Aussie in the commentary box. 66.
I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to go there. You've dumped yourself in. Just carved away behind point. They'll come back for the second. Durasingham in there. Gee, hasn't she been a joy? Marga as well, who took that catch. Great to see the associate players playing such a big role.
Yeah, it's been great. We saw it in the last match. The lead, fantastic wicket keeping, amazing batting, 100-run partnership.
Oh, goes for the big shot. And how did that miss the stumps? It was awfully close from Maroof. There's a big wind up there, and Durasingham, she's been a bit of a revelation. Oh, just missed.
Oh, Winnie. 16-year-olds don't swear,
Winnie almost had another.
Here we go, Winnie.
What a scalp that would have been. She got a little leap in the air.
And that's well wide down the leg side. They're being a bit more generous with leg side wides in this tournament as they come back for the second run. The interpretation there's the wide signalled. New interpretation that's coming into the game in October. MCC updated laws. But that was a wide in anyone's books. That one was closer.
There we go. When he's helped us out there, it's the perfect comparison, isn't it? One that potentially it was there, it could have been played by Maroof. It was there or thereabouts, whereas the one previous was very wide.
And that was right on leg stump. Perhaps saw her backing away. Couldn't get it away there. Durasingham, well, she's already won a smartwatch so far in this tournament. All her teammates were down there chanting, "Watch for Winnie, watch for Winnie." She's very popular amongst her Tornadoes teammates. And it's a dot ball to finish. That's the end of the 11th over. The Spirit 73 for 2.
And the Fairbreak Effect NFT project is officially launched, breaking new ground in digital membership and collectibles. Head to fairbreakeffect.com or scan the QR code to stay up to date with NFT drops and chat with other fans live. Owners of the NFTs will gain a membership that will have exclusive access to the players, competitions, giveaways and future events.
A loopy ball from Sitarana Marga there. Ismail Maroof unable to get it away. Outside off, but she sweeps. There's a fielder running in from the deep square boundary. Deep cover. I was looking the wrong way. Bryce on strike. Another loopy one carved away to that fielder in the deep, protecting the cover boundary. Real desperation from the Tornadoes just to try and keep this tight, give themselves a power play score that they can chase and then get that under the belt.
That's out. They're going to come back for 2, and they do it easy.
She's having a good tournament, Marga. She's taken the most wickets for Nepal in T20Is, T20 internationals even, with 21 in 21 matches. That's just played into the covers for a single. The end of the 12th over, the Spirit 79 for 2. There you can see Sitarana Marga at top of that table with 21 wickets. See how we do ahead of Belbashi, Bandari, Tapa and Kunwa. And I have no idea if I've got any of those right. I'm sure someone will tell me if I've got them wrong. But Nepal, another country, it's been so great to talk to these players. It was just down there talking to Chaya Mughal. What a wonderful personality she has.
Yeah, she is a great personality, and from what I understand is the teacher in her comes out within the team every now and then just to keep things in check, but at the same time balances that. She's got a great sense of humour and a great energy.
Diana Baig continues with her 3rd over. Goes for the big pull, Maroof. Falls safely. Maybe just trying to break the shackles a little bit, getting a little bit frustrated as they get bogged down a little bit here, the Spirit.
It's interesting, they're still ticking along at 6.5 and over, but 16 balls since the last boundary. And you sort of get the sense that they're going to want to break the shackles a little.
That's up in the air. Bay goes back, but again it falls safely. Wry little smile there from Maroof for 2 Pakistani players head to head.
Have a look at this. Just sort of pops up a little bit and just takes it. We're on the pool table, a little Q-ender.
She had no idea where that was going. Again, it's a firm shot, but straight to the fielder. No run. Good bowling by Bay.
I can't say I've seen that before, really. Going right off the end of the handle.
It's a great reaction. She's done a full 360 looking for that ball.
Couldn't do it again if you tried.
And Baig just making a few fielding adjustments. Sending short 3rd a little bit finer. Oh, again went for the big shot. I don't think she was anywhere near it. Baig is winning this battle of the Pakistanis at the moment.
Let's have a look at this again. Right off the end. Get her on the snooker table.
Red ball in the back pocket. This time just a little tip and run. There might be a chance of it run out. If it had been a direct hit, Bryce was gone for all money. And they all know it too.
Wow. That would have been huge. Sets off, and Bryce wasn't really backing up. Would have been miles out.
She had to pick up the ball with a left hand, transfer to the right, fire the throw in. She got it in time, but just slightly off the radar.
They all know how big that would have been. All 3 stumps to aim at. See if that'll impact how this chase goes.
And it's a big heave, and it's over the top of the fielder at mid-off, all the way for 4. That is a great way for Bryce to finish off the 13th over. The Spirit, 84 for 2.
Wow, flat bat muscled over mid-off. Great shot. 5 off the over, a challenging over. Great way to finish it for the Spirit.
Well, it's just building nicely, this partnership, although some signs that they'd really like to get the scoring moving. They're playing for some big shots, but a lovely boundary to finish the last over from Bryce. Feels quite poised, this innings right now.
It certainly is, as we see a bowling change. Leah Riaz coming on. Very good T20I career. A little bit expensive at times. Taking the pace off the ball.
Have another Pakistani bowling bat off.
Katie Martin's going to stay back. Yeah, it's really interestingly poised. Great partnership, and we've seen once a partnership gets set very often that they're able to then explode and launch once they've got that partnership grounded.
Oh, it's wide outside off, it's in the air, and Devine takes the catch. Bismar Maroof, she's been trying to go big, she's been trying to break free, she went for the big shot. And Sophie Devine, safe as houses under that ball. She came down the pitch, went for the big one, and look at that, one knee in the breadbasket. Thank you very much. So another wicket falls, the 3rd one for the Spirit. Bismar Maroof departs for 23. Spirit are 84 for 3. Nicola Carey is the new batter at the crease, the Spirit captain, there after the departure of Bismar Maroof.
Yeah, Carey's had a great tournament with the bat so far. If she can carry on that momentum, Spirit will be well placed. As we have a look at that replay, down the wicket and just gets none of it. Easy catch, and I've got to apologise, I don't know what I'm talking about. Talking about partnerships, commentator's curse, if I've ever heard one, is that's pulled away. And it's going to go for 4.
Well, I keep telling you, there's no such thing as a commentator's curse, no such thing as a jinx. We're not that powerful, but Nicola Carey is. Pulls up nice and firmly around the corner. And she's been outstanding, Nick Carey. She has really done a terrific job of captaining this Spirit side, already through to the semi-finals. And she just carves that away down to the fielder in the deep. Single to finish the over. Spirit are 89 for 3. Well, the wickets have been shared around, one apiece for Satirawong, Maga and Riaz. Riaz taking the most recent. Vinay Luz, though, was economical early on. 2.5 and over for her 2 overs. Well, Carey just neatly turns Durasingham around the corner, and there's a dive, but it won't be in time. That is 4 more runs for Carey, and she is not hanging around tonight. She wants to get that scoring rate up. Another boundary for the Spirit captain.
Yeah, Winnie just losing her line again, and just easily worked off the pads. Despite Natasha Miles' best efforts, she's not able to drag it in. Oh!
Chance for a catch, but just not quite tall enough as Winnie. In the air, back at the bowler.
We have another look at it. How close did she get to it? Oh, very slow on, but no, it was fairly comfortable and safe in the end.
On, she might have to bowl that one again. Yes, it was definitely wide. Just an interesting slingy action, as Durasingham. It's quite fun to watch. I love a slingy action.
When she's spoken about her tactics, about taking the pace off, she likes to bowl at the stumps.
Well, that one wasn't at the stumps.
Just seems to be struggling a little bit off today. So we just have a look at those projected scores. They'll definitely be targeting that 9 and over, 147, which is about the average.
Oh, and this is well played. I'll just get the single from it. It was difficult to get the ball around there, but when you're just trying to recover, keep calling her Winnie. I'm so used to doing that. That's because our commentator, Adam Collins, his daughter, Winifred, Winnie, has been a delightful part of this tour. We've seen lots of parents around amongst the players, their kids, and also in the commentary box as well.
Yeah, lovely, Winnie.
Now, well bowled. Just finding that one hard to get away, Carey. She's often good at getting those ones away, those wide full balls. We've seen her play a lot of those shots, but unable to on that occasion.
Yeah, I believe this Winnie was introduced to Junior Winnie this morning, and it was quite an introduction.
Yorker,
Winnie, please.
dug out well by Carey. I'll just get the single. Yeah, I think Adam would like his Winnie to be the 3rd international bowler called Winifred, international player called Winifred. There's one from England, I do believe, back in the day. Now we have Winifred Durasingham. 1951 was the first Winifred to play. Stair Callis Sharp picking up that, so dot ball to finish the over. The end of the 15th, the Spirit 98 for 3.
Runs. Good diving stop there from Durasingham. Had plenty of work to do down to deep third. So 32 runs coming from the last 30 deliveries here. The captain, Nick Carey, we know she can hit the long bomb. 3 sixes in her innings of 70 not out. Their second win in the competition, the Spirit. Checking for the boundary. I think she did well. She touched the ball after coming. Very good technique. Well done. Receives the applause of her teammates when they see it on the big screen. Great smile on her face, as they were saying. I did get a chance to have an audience with Winnie this morning. Carey here, up and over the top. Does it go all the way? Waiting for the signal. I'll take a second look at this. It's flashed up as 4, but let's see whether it made it all the way into the Toblerone from this angle. There's a good sense of it. Ooh. Pitching just in front, confirmed as a boundary. Adam Collins and Esha Ghosh picking up commentary here for the final 5. Hello.
Looks like yet another vital Nicola Carey innings is underway. Sophie Devine had already adjudged that to be a 4. Look at her signalling while she's chasing after the blue ball.
Good form from Sophie Devine, the acting captain. So Riaz to Carey. In the World Cup, Carey got Riaz out. Indeed, it was their only wicket, the World Cup in New Zealand earlier this year. Short here on the pull. I must say that was from limited opportunities. Carey wasn't a feature of the first 11 for Australia in the way that she was in the T20 format back before the pandemic. Played in that extraordinary final at the MCG. I say extraordinary on the basis of 87,000 people were at the MCG, my home ground originally.
Carey was quite extraordinary during India's tour of Australia last year, mind you. On the 4th stump line, played to the sweeper cover.
Yeah, so Carey was in the team at the start of the Australian summer, found herself out of it by the time of the World Cup, but that says more about the depth that Australia have at the moment, what they enjoy rather than Carey herself.
She kept turning in those crucial cameos with the bat, and there she was also doubling up as quite an efficient change-up bowler.
Retains the strike, Carey. With 4 overs to go, 107 for 3, the score, the Spirit. Always plays with a smile on her face, Nicola Carey. It was going to be Bismarck Maroof leading this team. At the last minute, they made a decision to change it up and give the armband to Carey, and she's led them into the final 4. They secured that last night with their victory, beating the Warriors by 67 runs, batting first as they are again this evening, being sent in by the Tornadoes. And from here, they get to 145, 150, they'll have done well. They do have Eccleston to come, who's been the finisher a couple of times.
And Anuradha Dodaballapur as well, who is a cardiovascular scientist by qualification.
Just to continue. Oh, the reverse. That's been a very effective shot for Nicola Carey through the competition. When they were in trouble a couple of games ago, coming in at 15 for 3, she played it routinely. Helped break the field up, helped manipulate the field and pushed on with some of her more extravagant strokes. But yeah, that's classy stuff. Good modern batting.
Quite similar to what Ellis Villani did in the previous game.
Top edge, but fine leg inside the circle. Gets out towards the rope. Back-to-back balls for Nick Carey to start the over. Just when they needed the gear shift, they've got one from the skipper. Her strike rate up to 180.
Throwing Suneluz's plans into disarray. Nicola Carey there. A fine shot goes down on one knee and finds the boundary.
Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, outside the circle. That's better. Suno loosened the block off, but squeezed out before more. Well, she landed it where she needed to be, but Carey's in that kind of form for the Spirit that she can bisect the two fielders inside the ring. 4-4-4 to start this over.
A loopy delivery speared into the block hole, but Carey was up to the challenge and she jammed it out past the fielder at point for yet another 4.
That's such a hard shot to play. Made it look easy.
Yeah, good, Sonny.
This time squeezed out for a single. You mentioned the German captain. Don't get me wrong, if she walks out to bat, we're going to tell her story, but she's yet to bat in the competition. So there are a few of these players with great backstories we've been sort of denied the chance to talk too much about, because Nick Carey, playing shots like this, she's going to bat all the way through if she can, naturally, as she did a couple of games ago when they needed the captain to stand up. That's super batting. Up-ish and through again. This is going to be a big over. Tornadoes allowed Carey to take strike from the final ball of the 16th over. And then Carey started it, and Bryce continues it.
Suneluz is looking for that comeback delivery, but is not able to get it.
Now Bryce gives the strike back. Indeed, she'll retain it. The last ball of the 17th over. 3 to go. 125 for 3 the score. So the highest strike rate in the tournament so far, that's Nick Carey comfortably. A big gap there to Heather Knight, the captain of the Barmy Army. Shamari Adapadu, who made a century on opening night. 5 outstanding cricketers there on that list. I think she only played one game in the recently completed World Cup, Nicola Carey, dominating this tournament. The highest strike rate on show. So Bryce has anchored this innings well. She's played a couple of innings like this, getting to 20 odd from without as many balls before getting out, but now into over 18.
And this is proving crucial because Visma Maru too did steady the ship, so to speak. But for her to be able to play the way she is, Bryce is playing the perfect second fiddle here.
Carey 5th on the runs chart as well. Through mid-wicket, 4 more. She'll start going through those names ahead of her in a moment, the way she's playing this evening. It's a 7th boundary, and the majority of those have come in about the last 5 minutes. Nick Carey attacking the rope from every delivery.
Got the eye ahead of her international debut in India with this ability to play her strokes.
That's loose. Doesn't quite place it where she wants though.
Has worked considerably under Joanne Broadbent on the Australian domestic circuit. Joe Broadbent, mind you, is the coach of the Falcons.
Bryce's turn to go out towards deep mid-wicket. Does it have the legs? Of course it does. This is the way this team finish. They whacked 27 and 32 runs respectively from their last 2 overs in their last 2 wins. They really do finish with the wind at their back. And Bryce is part of the party tonight in these death overs. Her 5th boundary.
Straight down the ground this time around. Gets a single. And she's played her shots all across the ground. Sarah Bryce has been part of the Scotland setup for a long, long time.
Good to finish from Riaz, but 11 runs taken from the over. 2 to go. The Spirit 136 for 3. So I've mentioned the last 2 overs is where the Spirit have been able to put the foot down in their 2 most recent wins. It was against the Sapphires and the Warriors, winning by 55 and 67 runs respectively after batting first. On those occasions, this is roughly when Sophie Eccleston came out to the middle and teed off. So if they do lose a wicket here, they've got the in-form England all-rounder to come next.
The big hitting Sophie Eccleston, mind you.
Sitarana Magar, the best of the bowlers for the Tornadoes so far. 1 for 26 from her 4. The Nepalese left-arm orthodox spinner. Diana Baig will bowl her 4th over here. Pakistan attack leader.
Hails from the northern part of Pakistan, is a big Cristiano Ronaldo fan. Played a bit of soccer herself until cricket happened.
Yeah, dual international, played football for Pakistan as well. Too quick to start here. There we are, the fans in. I think they're beneath us in our commentary position, enjoying it. Hello.
And probably as ecstatic to see Diana Baig in action.
Hope so. She's a live wire. Really enjoyed her company around the hotel and around the ground over the last couple of weeks. Spot on with the Yorker, squeezed out. Named after Princess Diana. Baig means princess, I think I'm right in saying.
Yep, and she's quite the life of any party, really. She's named after Princess Diana.
I've been misled there. I was told by somebody else that Baig meant princess, but I'm told here by Maz, who speaks the lingo, that's wrong. He looked at me. What have you said? Looks like you're going to punch me.
Interestingly, it was in 2010 that she read a cricket magazine where she found that Pakistan women had won a title in the Asian Games.
Yeah, good from Nicola Carey across her stumps. Both fine leg and backward square inside the circle. All she needed to do was place it and did so with class. Into the 40s she goes with her 8th boundary.
Baig may be named after a princess, but Nicola Carey is showing who's the queen here right now.
Oh, very good. We talked about the way the Spirit have finished. And a real feature of their win so far. Good from Baig here.
That's our photographer, Neeraj, getting in a good view in there for all media. He's not for sure named after the gold medalist Neeraj Chopra, for the record.
What's his arm like? Shank there from Carey. Just 6 runs from the over so far. 1 ball to come. Diana Baig spin consistently in the block hole.
This sets it up nicely for somebody like a Sophie Devine, who is captaining the Tornadoes today, to be able to put her hand up. She does well under pressure, especially as a captain, as she's shown with the New Zealand side recently.
Quick single and through. Really good over. Diana Bay completes her set. Number 25, 7 from the 19th over. The Spirit, 143 for 3. How did they play this? 1 over to go. All eyes on Sophie Devine. They've got options, that's for sure. Only Baig and Sitarana Magar have bowled their full complement. Sune Luce bowled the 20th over in the first game the Tornadoes played. Aliyah Riaz took some tap in her most recent over.
Chamari Atapattu bowled a brilliant over for the Falcons in the previous game.
Looks like it's going to be Winifred Durasingham. The slingy Malaysian, love her action. Indeed, love everything about the way she goes about her cricket. Oh, bowls her really good. They miss, she hits. That was how she became the player of the match a couple of games ago. Gets her 6th wicket of the tournament. That of Bryce for 39. She's castled with 5 balls to go.
Tactically doesn't do anything fancy, bowls wicket to wicket and gets the desired result. Winifred Durasingham strikes. Adam Collins must be ecstatic.
The Spirit, a 143 for 4 with Bryce gone for 39. They might look like relatively modest numbers with the bat for Sophie Eccleston, but the last 2 games she's finished splendidly. 20 not out from 11 balls against the Sapphires and 22 not out from 9 balls against the Warriors. 5 balls to face here. And gives the strike straight back to Carey. They fancy 2, but they're not going to take on Diana Baig's arm. That's a bullet arm. Let's take a look at the wicket from Winnie. Stump to stump, clearing the front leg, hits the seam. Crash right into the stump, Mike.
It's the dearth of pace that does the trick again. That's been a consistent ploy on the part of Winifred Durasingham.
I've got to say, I love her smile this morning when she met my daughter. She said, I've never met another Winifred in my entire life, and she's 29 years of age. She's just loving the experience, learning from her colleagues from full member nations like Sophie Devine, who's down there calling the shots as captain. They've got a tri-series coming up, the Malaysian women. That's the line and the length at the death to Nick Carey. Just drifting away, hitting the crease line. Had to squeeze that to backward point. Just about the perfect delivery. And not for the first time they've backed Durasingham to bowl in the death overs. And Anisha, that was the case when she took those that clump of wickets, that match-winning clump of wickets a couple of games ago. I like her. I have faith in what she does. Chance, not quite.
Back to the stumps, Winnie, please.
Only 1 there. Can't take a second on Sune Luce's arm.
Sophie Eccleston would be ruining that missed opportunity because it was there to be hit. She doesn't get the elevation that she would have wanted to.
So 3 out on the leg side and a deep point on the off. Out towards deep mid-wicket. Does it have the legs to go all the way? Oh, Diana Baig. Brilliant diving effort. Nearly dragged it back in. It goes for 6, but that was nearly the wicket of Nicola Carey. How about the effort from Diana Baig here? Plenty of elevation, had loads of work to do running around from deep mid-wicket. Stopped, prop, dived, full commitment to the cause. 6 runs. Last ball here. And Carey brings up her half century from it with a boundary. 10 runs from the last 2 balls, 13 from the final over. Up above 150, again the Spirit. And Carey, second half century of the competition. 53 from 26 balls, 9 fours and a 6.
70 in the previous match, 53 in this one. What an outstanding knock from Nicola Carey, the captain. This has been. Swats it with disdain. No respect whatsoever for Winifred Duraisingham. Diana Baig sprints after it, but is not able to get to it whatsoever. There's the appreciation from Sophie Eccleston as well, who doesn't quite get into the act tonight, but her captain has delivered yet again. The Spirit camp will be ecstatic and will be hopeful of yet another successful defence today.
So 49 runs coming from the last 4 overs to get the Spirit up above 150. As you say, Nicola Carey, that experience with the Australian group coming to the fore here as captain. 53 not out, 9 fours and a 6, 13 from the last over. Well supported by Bryce at the top, who was the glue, 39 from 38. With the ball, Diana Baig was economical. Wickets there through the middle overs. Sitarana Meghar, the Nepalese spinners, impressed on each occasion through this competition. And Duraisingham, a wicket in the 20th over, but then conceded 10 runs from the final 2 balls to ruin her figures somewhat.
That over in the death from Suneluz was quite a turning point.
So the Tornadoes require 157 runs to win from here. They'll need it. If they win from here, they're in the final 4. We'll be back after a break with the chase.
Welcome back to the Dubai International Sports Stadium for match 13, the SDG Fairbreak Invitational 2022 between the Tornadoes and the Spirit. Earlier on this evening, stand-in skipper Sophie Devine won the toss and asked the Spirit to have a bat. I wonder if she's rethinking that at the moment, Georgie Heath.
Well, it's been a bit of a... Yeah, it's a different one because obviously Jeans was out early and she's been the informed batter, so they would have thought, oh yeah, great start, but it was that person on your screen there, Nicola Carey. She was indomitable, really. The early wicket of Jeans, a great catch there from Sune Lewis. And Sophia Dunkley had a bit of a whack, as she seems to have done. Sita Rana Maga, in she came, and we know what happens when she comes in. Wickets, the celebrations, the pushpa, South Indian film. You haven't heard us talk about it once, you will. I'm sure there'll be more from her. And then Bisma and Sarah Bryce through the middle overs here. They really got the runs flowing until Bisma was taken nicely there by Sophie Devine. She was not dropping that one, and that was a Pakistan bowler, Pakistan batter, New Zealand in the field. And then Nicola Carey, she's been in such great form through this whole series. She's really revelling as captain. She was lovely reverse there. And much thanks to the work of Nicola Carey, the run rate started to skyrocket, and that's straight over Winifred's head. Yet another boundary for Nicola Carey, and then Sarah Bryce got in on the action. She was looking really good. The opener, Scottish batter. And it was that from Winifred Durasingham that saw the bat of Sarah Bryce as the innings looked towards the close, and Sophie Eccleston came in looking to have a whack, but it was Nicola Carey doing the whacking. Oh, unlucky from Diana Baig there. Just closing out the innings. Carey and Eccleston. Carey finishing 53, not out. Fist bump, Eccleston 2 from 2. Spirit ended on 156 for 4 from their full 20 overs.
And the bowlers, they did well early. It was only the Carey onslaught really that destroyed a few of those figures. Diana Baig held tightly as ever. Switherang got an early wicket. Sune Lewis with the leggies. She was on within the power play as well. It's going for 7.6. Sita Rana Magar successful. Winifred takes another pole, and Adia Rie is one. So wickets shared around. Interesting in this tournament so far, there have been 11 scores between 147 and 156. So 156 again tonight. It seemed to be about the average score. And once again, the side that won the toss suited the opposition, and the opposition have done reasonably well.
And it's that girl on your screen there, Sophie Eccleston, who has just been so key to this team. #1 bowler in the world. We've said it once, we'll say it again. She's got that bit of magic, and they'll be looking for that Spirit. They're already through to the semi-final, but they'll still want that win. Just bring on Eccleston, and you can step on the throat of the Tornadoes, who need to win this game to definitely qualify for the semi-final and join Spirit, Barmy Army, and the Falcons, who we saw qualify earlier this afternoon.
And there is the standings George was just talking about. Top three already qualified, but Sapphire's Tornadoes, there's still a bit of contest. So the Tornadoes, if they can win, yep, they'll be in. They'll go up to, well, 10 or 11, depending on who gets the bonus point.
So the Tornadoes need just 1 point and the bonus. And there are Sapphires still in town after their game earlier. They'll be watching with beady eyes. It was a great match we saw this afternoon as they took down the Falcons, but just that extra point that the Falcons got, the bonus point, got them through. But it's that name on the back there, captaining her Spirit side. They're in the huddle. It looks like Sophie Devine will be opening alongside Miles, not Stair Callis today.
She may be quite weary from having to come up and talk to us in the commentary box. A lot of steps on the way up. Although, I must admit, Stair Callis tonight in the field, I watched her a few times. She's inside the ring, around cover, and she's non-stop activity.
So look, we've got Natasha Miles, the Hong Kong player, 33 years old, will be opening up alongside Sophie Devine, who's stepped in as captain. Not the highest strike rate, but she can give it a hit. We've seen some of these Hong Kong girls really shine through this tournament. And she'll be alongside Sophie Devine, a name that we all know so well in the women's game. She's been hitting one-handed sixes. She was out for a bit of a freak run out last time she came out to bat, but she will be key at the top of this innings.
So that is an interesting tactic. Devine and Miles. Miles may play the role we saw from Sarah Bryce, that really turn the strike over, get the bigger hitters on strike, but if you're there long enough, then you can up your strike rate as well. I thought Sarah Bryce played delightfully this game.
Yeah, we were discussing that, weren't we? We were reveling in her innings, and it's about playing that anchor role. When you've got someone like Nicola Carey who can do what she can do at the other end, if you just keep rotating strike and stay in, and you get up to a score of 156-ish, and you can't be too unhappy about that.
It's always nice when you get a score on the board and the number one ranked bowler in the world starts to warm up and bowl the first over for you. So another terrific clash here. Eccleston to Devine. Start the game. Well, they'll pick up a single there and really skip away off the edge of that wicket square. And Eccleston's so good. You know, often you talk about the spinners with an older ball, they can grip it a bit easier. It's T20 cricket, we see spinners on early, and Eccleston so often bowls the first over, first or second. Just brilliant at it.
Away for one. Yeah, as you can see on your screens there, the Tornadoes, to get their bonus point, they need 67 runs at the end of the 10th over, and that will see them through into the semi-finals, because they have beaten the Sapphires earlier in the tournament. And they have another game.
Now the Tornadoes, through all those scenarios you just discussed, are in a good place, but you need to keep your focus. You can't say, oh, we'll get a point or we'll get a game tomorrow, or you know, it'll be easy, we're only going to chase 67, we've got strong, but you've got to keep focusing on what you've got to do every over.
Yeah, I think you need to keep your concentration when you're facing Eccleston. And that's 10 overs away, that's 67.
Oh, brilliantly bowled. That was quicker, as a result flatter, but it turns. She puts a lot of work on, hits the seam and just turns enough, just a little. That is quite close. No, yes. Yes. Well, Sophie thought it was out. The umpire had a good long look. Does it hit outside the line, in line? Is it hitting? Lots of consideration. Didn't rush the decision. What do you think, Georgie?
Oh, the thing is, I'm a sucker for an Eccleston wicket, so I'd be a terrible umpire, I'd give it out, but that appeal, she really believes it, and you can see her saying, I've been holding my breath, and there goes the finger with the pink ticker. And so Miles has to go for just one, and the Tornadoes are 3 for 1.
Walker back with the second over. Stair Callis, you look at her pace because the wicket has fallen. She's batting 3 for the Tornadoes. Iwanga Kaka taken 5 for 9 earlier on in this tournament. They get Eccleston and Kaka opening. That's a fair combination.
Yeah, I'd rather not be batting in that situation, but Stair Callis and Sophie Devine, they're both in form. And this is what brought Stair Callis to the crease early and not opening. A big old appeal from Sophie Eccleston. How could you say no?
Callis gets something vaguely short and rocks on the back foot. Gee, that looked easy, didn't it?
She's been in good form in the tournament, Callis. Was out cheaply after a run out in that Barmy Army game. But she'll be looking to get back in the runs. Player of the match in Tornado's first game. Bagged herself an Apple Watch.
Late swing. Clubbed away. Kaka relying on in-swing, and the field's set with her outriders on leg side, but that didn't swing.
I can see it's just kept us line absolutely clubbed by Sophie Devine there. Some real power on that through the covers.
Might have to bowl that again. So the ball before didn't swing, and that one swung a long way.
Iwanga Kaka, though, has been so impressive in this tournament. Took the first ever Fairbreak Invitational 5 for the other day.
One offside, one leg side, one in the middle.
Found her line there, it seems. Yeah, so we've got this battle of the two spirit bowlers as well at the top of the wicket taking. Sophie Eccleston currently on top with 9, but Iwanga chasing her on 8.
Again, no swing. Again, Devine plunders. Top wicket takers in the SDG Fairbreak Invitational, and they both play for the Spirit, the two at the top. Grace Harris has got 7. The South African listed there at number 4.
Then at number 5 we had Winnie Durasingham, the Malaysian bowler.
Winnie might be in line to get in that team of the tournament. A bit more extra grunt on that one. Callis is not one to be tied down. Little glance over leg side. What's there? Bit of a gap between straight mid wicket and the backward square leg. And Callis plays there. Maybe got a bit of bat on that. Yeah, I thought so. A couple of noises.
Yeah, she's not lacking in confidence either, Sturklalis. I was talking to her the other day and she was saying, you know, Sophie Devine is X number of years older than her and in 10 years she's going to be that good. So watch this space. She's already good now and she's just always looking to improve. It's what you want from these kind of players.
Just drifted leg side. I think Sophie's eyes lit up when she saw the ball heading outside leg arm. I've got a free sweep at this. Just look at the callus. LB, but that was give it a run. Bowl her, brilliant bowling. The quicker ball, the arm ball, and it takes a piece of genius to get out a player of Sophie Devine's calibre in that fashion.
Yeah, like you said there, Jeff, just a bit quicker, straightened on her, and Sophie Devine hears that death rattle, and she can't believe it. She's got to go, but it's Sophie Eccleston in the wickets again. How often do we say that?
Very often. Tornadoes are 15 for 2. Bongo continues from the commentary box end. Let's have a look at this dip in, and York, Devine, and they're pretty happy. Eccleston was the highest wicket taker in the recently completed 50 over World Cup, and you can see why. So just a master of her art at the moment. Incomparable.
You can see how much she's enjoying it as well. She just goes out, plays her cricket. She's, you know, doesn't have any of these frills and fancy bits. She knows what she's doing. She knows her art so well. That's why she's #1 in both ODI and T20.
Well, width from Bonga, but there's a sweeper out there now.
The race is on. Who's going to take it? Maybe the hat is removing the aerodynamics. She can claim that that's held her back. It's the only reason she's lost.
Ooh. I'm going to scratch on that as well. Divya GK there. Luckily she stopped it. There's no deep third at the moment. The two outfielders are deep cover and deep backward square leg.
Well, here you go. How to work on your cricket, do a headstand, increase blood flow to the brain, and become a phenomenal star.
I gave it an 8.9. That's the end of the over. It's 18 for 2. Tornadoes are struggling a touch after 4 overs. And they'll be breathing a sigh of relief because Sophie Eccleston's 2 overs, 2 for 4. Her spell has come to a conclusion. Her England teammate Sophia Dunkley has bowled quite well this tournament so far.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed seeing Dunks get the ball more. She doesn't get used enough by England with the bowling, but she's got a little something about it, and perhaps it's a chance to prove it. Just what England need, another spinner. Yeah, and on your screens there, Miyagi, who got that 4 for the other day. A Japanese international, 40 years old.
Is there any glove on that? Umpire doesn't think so. Didn't sound like bat. There was no hard sound there. It was a soft sound, so definitely pad, but nothing else. These cuts, scramble at single. Closer look at this one. Yeah, off the forearm. Another good decision. That is very well run. That sweep. Yeah, I mean, it hits up on the black sleeve. That's a great advantage of black sleeves and a white ball. Gives the ump a good look at it. Scots again. Still the sweepers out. They get a single. Tornadoes are battling. It's 22 for 2 off 5.
Changing commentary, Mark Farmer and Anisha Ghosh to take you through the next 5 overs. Tornadoes 22 for 2. With the exception of that one big over, Tornadoes struggling. As we see the skipper bringing herself on, Nicola Carey, to take the ball.
Would want some of that batting form to rub off on her bowling as well. She's already delivered to back-to-back sensational performances with the bat.
Yeah, she's having an outstanding tournament. Got thrown the leadership right at the last moment and spoke about the challenges and how much she's learnt from it, but she seems to be relishing the opportunity.
Probably has something to do with the press conferences she did with Heather Knight up top.
Great shot. Cracking shot straight through the gap, and that's 4 runs to point. Sine Lewis.
Lightly back of length delivery and got past the fielder at point. Sine Lewis, mind you, was standing in as captain in the World Cup.
And nicely done. Coaches love it. Boundary. Rotate the strike for a single. Great cricket.
Both batters. Carey delivered yet another 50 after putting on 70 runs on the board. Last night, he has been in fine form for the Spirit, brought out a variety of innovative strokes, accessed the reverse V with ease, as you see right there, and was able to get the acceleration for the Spirit right at the end with her unbeaten 53 of 26 deliveries.
Carey trying to attack those stumps with the exception of her first ball, which was short and wide. Good over here for the Tornadoes. 7 off it so far with 1 ball to come. And it's going to be a dot to finish the power play. 6 overs gone. The Tornadoes 29 for 2. Sophia Dunkley to continues. The power play's over. Interesting, I don't know if the Tornadoes are aware, but if they score 38 off the next 4 overs and they pick up the bonus point, they will secure their spot in the semi-finals. One would think they would be going all out for that. Perhaps they've got eyes on the bigger prize. As we have a look at the 2 wickets to fall, Sophie Eccleston, big LBW shout. Did it hit in line or not? Doesn't matter. Great piece of bowling, and again, slid through the arm ball. York Sophie Devine. And that's an easy wicket. Easy as it comes, and just a soft way to end.
It's the Sophie and the Sophia show again for the Spirit. The 3rd wicket falls for the Tornadoes for just 30 runs on the board. Tossed up generously. Callis doesn't get the elevation, and Sophie Eccleston runs in, takes the dolly with ease.
Yeah, the score 30 for 3, Callis out for 7. That wicket brings Marianne Masunda from Zimbabwe to the crease. The only player from Zimbabwe at the tournament. Great opportunity to see what she's got. And this is what brought her here. Callis looking to go over the top, unable to get any of it. And the England teammates take the wicket.
Marianne Masunda has a lot of experience for Zimbabwe. But here, the relatively inexperienced Sophia Dunkley is showing just how good she can be with the ball as well.
Bust up and defended. Nice ball. Turning out to be a great over for the Spirit. Just the one from it and 1 wicket to fall. And deep in her crease, unable to do anything with it. That concludes the 7th over. The Tornadoes 30 for 3. As we have a look at the run comparison, I mean, despite losing just the 3 wickets, the Worms are separating and the Tornadoes just have a lot of work ahead of them. As we see a bowling change. Chatham coming into the attack. And nicely worked into the leg side by Sunil Lewis.
They don't, of course, have the services of Stefani Taylor, the designated captain tonight, which means the batting order is relatively thinner than it was the previous night. Nadaya Buchatham of Thailand is bowling the 8th over. Marian Musonda on strike.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. How do you frame this? What's the conversation happening with the batters out there? As we look at the batters just getting a number of starts, but nothing more than that. As Musonda hits that out to the leg side, and it's just going to be the 1 run.
But you've got to wonder, should they be really after that bonus point, they would have probably sent in Katie Martin up top, explosive batter.
Yeah, and worked into the leg side. Yeah, I'd be interested to know when we get the end of match thoughts what players were talking about, what the tactical approach was from the Tornadoes. They need 67 runs by the end of the 10th over, and I don't think that's going to happen. Just dealing in ones here. It's now 15 balls since the last boundary. Required rate creeping up over 10s now. And that concludes the 8th over. Another good one for the Spirit Tornadoes. 34 for 3 after 8. And welcome back. The Fairbreak Effect NFT project has officially launched, breaking new ground in digital membership and collectibles. Head to the fairbreakeffect.com or scan the QR code on screen to stay up to date with NFT drops and chat with the other fans live. Evia from Singapore into the attack. Great character, I've spoken to her around the ground. She's got a great attitude and just absolutely loving being here, and best figures there, 3 for 8 in that economy. If you can do that, the Spirit will be more than happy.
Tunelus has just got to probably back herself to play the kind of knocks she churned out during the India tour of 2021 across limited overs formats. Play long, take it slow at the start, and then go all guns blazing in the end.
It's another dot. They are looking with some sort of intent to try and break the field, but not seeing it. Again, unable to break the field, and the dots just keep adding up. 20 balls now since the last boundary. We need to see something here, don't we? Yeah, interesting technique.
Excellent effort there from Sophia Dunkley in the deep. puts in quite a good effort, digs her knees into the turf.
Another look deep in the crease and hits it over. Divya almost looks like she's just creeping in after a big night out. She starts her run up. Trying not to get noticed as the concludes the 9th over. Tornadoes 37 for 3. Well, it's fairly slow going here, but the spirit in the first innings were outstanding, especially Nicola Carey, who just continues to go from strength to strength as this tournament. The run out chance. No damage done as Marianne Musonda from Zimbabwe takes another single.
The Spirit have kept the Tornadoes on a leash here. Marianne Musonda tried to go over Sophie Eccleston and mid-off, but a quick pickup and throw from Eccleston. A decent backing up effort from Nataya Buchatham, but Marianne Musonda makes back her ground in time.
Just another one. Buchatham, very experienced cricketer. One of the number of Thailand players at this tournament who have made a big impression on the world stage. And well, you see the bonus point target on screen, 67 runs by the end of this over. Well, it's clearly not going to happen, and it's hard to see a way that they're going to meet the target of 157 to chase down the total.
A chance there. Anuradha Dottabalapur, the Germany captain, was stationed there for that kind of a shot. She puts in the dive but is not able to hold on. In fact, it falls short, to be fair to the fielder.
And again, another single pulled out to the leg side.
The bonus point looks unlikely for the Tornadoes. Here's a look at the chance again. An opportunity falls short of Anuradha Dottabalapur.
Attempted a big shot, and it is. It's gone over the head of Sophie Eccleston. That's 4 runs. A great way to conclude the 10th over. We're going to have a drink. And the Spirit take the bonus point. The score 45 for 3.
Welcome back to the Dubai International Stadium. Tornadoes 45 for 3. Chasing a very tidy total of 56 for 4 from the Spirit. The Spirit have picked up the bonus point, so they go to the top of the table now. They've got 12 points. Tornadoes, they've got some work to do to try and win this match. They need at least 1 point to qualify for the finals. There's Kaka bowls to her national captain. He kicks it away for 4. With me, Mel Farrell. Not Will Farrell, but Mel Farrell.
Don't call me feral. That might have been considered a bit of a feral ball by Kaka. Goes for 4 on the leg side.
Over 15. Already way outside those 5 for 9 figures. Kind of the player of the match. It's good to have an off night when you're already qualified for the finals. Perfect time. And Mary-Ann Masonda's decided to up the tempo, and I think they need to do that to Tornadoes. You've got to take some risks now. It really doesn't matter if you get bowled out. You've got to try and win this game. They've got to come back tomorrow for another fixture. They'll need a point there. But I can't see much purpose in just playing steadily here. Not easy against Kaka though, one of the best bowlers in the world. Loose makes room, Kaka follows. That's a win for the batter.
Yeah, it was a loose ball from Kaka. Loose, put it away beautifully. Down the leg side, helped her along the way. And the experienced campaigner. Roll the fingers over a little bit.
And how many times would have loose faced that ball in the net set of South Africa practice? Hundreds possibly. That's what's so great about these contests, that the players do know each other very well. They've got to find different ways to be successful against them.
We saw earlier, we saw the Pakistani bowlers bowling to Bismar Maroof. Ali Riaz came out successfully in that one.
Loose doesn't take advantage of the full toss. If they get a few boundaries in a row, they want a little bit of flow. Obviously the scoreboard will tick over, but they might just put a bit more pressure back on the Tornadoes bowling.
Last ball of the over, no run. The Tornadoes, 56 for 3.
Yes, the red snail, a bit weary there. The Tornadoes falling away in their run chase, and that graph's fairly straightforward. At the same time, Tornadoes, I think they were 73 for 2. Give you a GK from Singapore. I started doing a lot of work with the bowling coach probably 4 or 5 days ago. They're out warming up. They had a little drill, a one-step spinner's drill going to help her get through the crease, put a bit more work on the ball, a bit more flight and a bit more drop.
Just turned on the leg side for another single. Yes, the guys who were on before us, the commentary team, talking about that unique run-up that she has. I think I said before, it's like she's stepping over puddles, but it's almost like when you're in a dodgy nightclub and your feet are sticking to the carpet. Have you ever had that?
Speak for yourself. This goes hard towards corner fielder. I have no idea what you're talking about, Mel.
Oh, sure you do. Yeah. I remember the Occidental in Orange was renowned for the sticky carpet. Orange, of course, it's also the home of Steve Bernard, our match official tonight, which I only just discovered. It's exactly how I used to dance.
Bashundhara goes across, hits it in the air, doesn't get enough of it. Divya GK takes a wicket, and her teammates come from everywhere.
Yes, they're closing their jaws on their prey right now. High fives all around. Divya GK gets the ball on in the air, and that's a good solid catch from Sophia Dunkley running around. Captain approves, and it's getting a bit grim for the Tornadoes now. Marianne Musonda departs for 12, Tornadoes 59 for 4.
GK holds the Sune loose as they crossed. That ball was in the air. We won't see much more of that in the future because you'll stay at the end that you were batting when you were dismissed. Have a look. As it skids through low, it was certainly a flatter delivery. Sonda gets at the top half of the bat. Great to see Sophia Dunkley catch that Australian style. Fingers up. Well, bowled good over Divya GK, 1 for 8 of her 2 overs. The Tornadoes 61 for 4. The spinners have been very successful for the Spirit this evening. Eccleston in her first over. Just giving us a little glimpse of why she's #1 in the world. Dunkley, Divya. Slow bowling's been a treat during this tournament. Dunkley's back on. I think that's out. Did I see a bat in the air? This could be another stumping for the evening.
Well, we saw 5 in the previous game affected by Babette Delede. Have we seen another one? It's definitely a fair delivery, no question there. Kept the foot in, brilliantly taken. Her weight's just gone forward, and that is out.
That is exceptional work. Collect the ball in your glove after it's deflected off the batter and then get back to the stumps. That's just brilliant work from Sarah. 61 for 5 down the Tornadoes. Katie Martin, the Tornadoes and New Zealand wicketkeeper, comes to the crease. She's out there because the 17th stumping of this tournament was affected by Sarah Bryce. 17! Now that's a reflection on great keeping as much as it is about the bowler getting the ball past the bat. I'm happy to chip away and get off the mark. Because I can only think of one missed one. There might have been a couple because in the lead fifer, she did miss one, which wasn't easy.
But here, you can see just that quick awareness, transfers the ball.
Yes, Dogs. Really good, Dogs.
Yeah, and the feature here is the to pick up, transfer to the right hand. Just brilliant stuff, brilliant.
And the awareness to realise that the foot, Alia Ria's foot had just dragged out.
Don't miss those. The high risk shot. Annabella Paul, great save. Got it all league. There's some commitment out there. The doctor from Germany, what a save.
It's been a real feature of this tournament, hasn't it? Great fielding on the boundary, the commitment shown by the player. Fantastic. Body on the line. Ball saved.
Gets a wide one. Let's just have a look at that stumping. It's worth a look. Tempted sweep. That's a fair enough shot. Little deflection. Goes wide. Pick up with the left hand. Transfer to the right. Brilliant, Sarah. Brilliant. Loose goes down the ground. Nick Carey says 4. We'll believe her. Over finishes 72 for 5.
Just another look at where this ball lands. Yep, it was a 4. So Nicola Carey, a bit of honesty there from the Australian.
That's how this match has progressed. Carey, a thumping 53. Is in super touch with the bat. Sarah Bryce, great support, and that enabled them to hit that 1-5-6. Dhuka Miyagi comes in and nearly gets a wicket. It was Sarah Bryce. Almost the 18th stumping. We'll put that down as a miss, Mel.
Well, I'll tell you what, you come down the pitch at your risk, your own risk in this tournament. The inside edge. Katie Martin would not want to be stumped, I can tell you that much.
Ooh, a lot of drop on that from Shizuka. You throw it up, they come down in a hurry.
This is Miyagi's first over of the night, just reminding us the skill that brought her 4 wickets already in this tournament.
Well, Katie Martin, she goes a long way across, but all she managed to do was pick out the fielder, and Shizuka Miyagi gets another wicket. 1 for none.
Well, Miyagi, she's picked up a 4-fer in this tournament. She picks up another wicket here. Katie Martin tries to go big, but in the end picks out the fielder. And look at that celebration. 40 years old, from Japan, absolutely loves cricket, having the time of her life. She takes the wicket of Katie Martin, who departs for 2. The Tornadoes falling apart, 70 for 6.
Saki is hit over backward point with a front foot drive. It's not easy to play.
And here we take a look at the wicket again. Well taken on the boundary. Good awareness. Kaylee Martin just furious with herself.
Yasina Luce has to be a part of getting them through a few overs here. They've lost 3 for 11 just when they were sneaking back into the game. Run is going up. There's a lot of tight bowling, some brilliant fielding and some brilliant wicket keeping. That's so tempting to go after that, but it just drops on you. 14 gone, 73 for 6. All 6 wickets to spin so far with the Tornadoes innings, and with Sophie Eccleston back on, might be a couple more.
Yeah, it's been great hearing Miyagi talk about how she admires Sophie Eccleston, another left armer, of course.
Just too good. Third one for Eccleston, and another quality wicket.
She is all class. She's not regarded as the world's best bowler for nothing. This is why. Just getting the underside of the bat straight on. Stumps rearranged. And that is the end of Sune Luce, who's played well. She departs for 34, but the Tornadoes are reeling at 73 for 7.
All 7 wickets to spin now. Janita Sutareng of Thailand gets her chance. Make that 8. That's just not fair.
Sophie Eccleston is on fire, on a hat-trick. We've seen one already in this tournament. We've seen a couple of players take 2 for 2. Sophie Eccleston does it again. She's just all class. She almost looks embarrassed at how good she is. But that is a quick innings from Chanita Tirawang. She departs for Dhaka Tornadoes, 73 for 8.
Siddharana Marga from Nepal is about to face a hat-trick delivery, and she's facing the #1 ranked bowler in the world who has 4 for 4 Keeps hitting the bottom of off stump. Survives. Maybe the left-hander put her off.
Yeah, it's lambs to the slaughter here, isn't it, for the Tornadoes? They've gone floppity-flop through this innings. Never really got going. Highest score of loose on 34.
Sophie whipped the arm ball again. It's a very good pace, and it's 4 byes. So even that doesn't go against the bowling figures.
And that'll be her 11th wicket in this tournament, Sophie. Let's make that 12. 4.83.
And this could be consecutive boundaries. This runs off the bat. That's ruined the figures. 4 for 8 of 3. Tornadoes, 81 for 8.
Look at that. 8 wickets to spin. Eccleston, 4 of them. Not done yet. Here's Miyagi. Adam Collins picking up commentary with Isabel Duncan to see us through to the end here, and what will surely be a 4th victory from the Spirit.
Wonderful to see Miyagi again after her 4 for 18.
Oh, another stumping. There have been so many today. Upstairs they go, but we all know what the result's going to be. Miyagi gets a 2nd. What a tournament she's having. 6 wickets to her name. We'll get confirmation momentarily, but Diana Baig went for a gallop, and Sarah Bryce did the rest. Comfortably gone. 9 wickets to spin.
And look at that, another stumping. Quick hands there from Bryce. That's 7 stumpings across the board today in today's matches. Quite phenomenal. Record breaker in the previous match as well. That's the end of Diana Baig. Dying a death here, the Tornadoes. They're going to have to score a point tomorrow in order to get into the semi-finals. And the score is 81 for 9.
Winifred Durasingham coming in at number 11. She does have an international half-century against Singapore. Won't count for much here. Miyagi, can she finish it off? 2 for 3. Told that was actually opening the batting when he was doing the job at the top of the list for Malaysia.
Wow, well, she averages 15 in T20 internationals. That's not bad.
And she's there because of the 7th stumping of the day. 2 for Bryce and 5 to the lead in the first game. Player of the match. So the Tornadoes will return tomorrow in need of a point. They're not going to get there tonight. Spirit on track for all 4. So they'll go to bed with the Sapphires ahead. 16 overs gone. A wicket maiden from Miyagi. How about that? She's got 2 for 3. It's 81 for 9. 4 to come. The oldest player in the tournament at 40 years of age. Picked up the game as a 20-year-old, a former baseballer. is instrumental to the progression of Japanese women's cricket. As you see here, far from a foregone conclusion. Even though the Sapphires have completed their 5 games, the Tornadoes are going to have to win tomorrow. They have to get at least 1 point tomorrow in their final game. And they've finished here. It's got to be Sophie Eccleston. Completes the match with her 5th wicket. 5 for 8 from 3.1 overs. All 10 Tornadoes wickets have fallen to spin, and the Spirit have thumped them by 75 runs.
Absolute class there from Eccleston, using her height, her variations, lovely shape to the ball. Unplayable most of the time, and she's worked her way through the Tornadoes.
Straight through the gate, Sitarana Magar, last wicket to fall before Dharasingham didn't get off the mark. Sophie Eccleston, 13 wickets in the competition. An absurd average along the way, which we'll get in a moment, but what a comprehensive thrashing it is. And structurally, it feels as though the Spirit, if they bat first and make runs, as they've done now in each of their wins, they are so hard to repel, because in the power play, they can turn to Ayabonga Kaka, who had the previous best figures in the tournament before today with 5 for 9. Eccleston's beaten that with 5 for 8. They have Nick Carey. They've got so much depth with the ball. They've got Sophia Dunkley bowling inside the power play. I mean, they've got so many options so that they can squeeze any opponent.
Yeah, it's a formidable bowling attack when you look at that. Eccleston with the left arm spin together with Miyagi as well, and Kaka, who's taken a 5 with her seam bowling. Sophia Dunkley with her bouncy leg spin. All the varieties are there. Nicola Carey, dependable seam bowler in the death overs.
Those 5 wickets coming in the space of 14 deliveries for Sophie Eccleston. 4.76 her tournament average for 13 wickets. You see here the ball to Devine to get the party started. Tash Miles trapped in front. That could have gone either way. Went to the left arm spinner. Then back to pick up Sune loose, and Sudarung and Sitarana Magar at the end. She was unstoppable. The Tornadoes all out for 81. So Sune loose top scoring with 34 for the Tornadoes with the ball. Mentioned Eccleston, but also well supported by Sophia Dunkley. 2 wickets in the middle overs to ensure the Tornadoes would never be a chance. And then Miyagi, 2 for 3, including a wicket maiden.
Welcome back. Without wasting time, let's go straight to Mel Farrell for the formal proceedings.
Yes, hello and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 13 of the Fairbreak Invitational 2022 between Tornadoes and Spirit, live from the lovely city of Dubai. Well, what a match. The Tornadoes, they just needed to get 1 point from this, but they came up against a Spirit side that has been flying ever since they lost the first match of their campaign. In the end, the Spirit won by 75 runs. It was emphatic, helped largely by their spinners who took all 10 wickets. I'd like to start by thanking our sponsors for their continued generous support of this tournament, SDG Impact Fund and Gencor. Well, first up, we're going to get Sophie Devine, who's captain tonight for the Tornadoes. Well, Sophie, you only needed 1 point, but it was pretty hard to get it tonight.
Yeah, look, I think the only thing I won today was the toss, so I probably should have walked off after that. But, yeah, look, tough game tonight. I think it's one of those ones where we're just going to have to flush it and know that we've got a great opportunity tomorrow against the Falcons. As you say, we need 1 point. So, look, full credit has to go to the Spirit. They were outstanding today, the way Nick Carey batted at the end there and took the game away and swung momentum their way, and then we just could never get going. I think the way Sophie Eccleston bowled, there's a reason why she's #1 bowler in the world.
Yeah, they've got a pretty impressive bowling lineup. 10 wickets falling to spin. You don't see that all that often, do you?
No, you don't. I certainly think these wickets are probably conducive to spin bowling, and that's maybe something that we need to take into tomorrow. Looking at our bowling lineup, do we need to bowl a bit more spin on this? It seems to be pretty effective for other teams. But look, they're all learning opportunities for us that we'll take back to the team and see what we can do tomorrow.
Okay, we got one more chance against the Falcons. All the best for tomorrow.
Cheers. Thanks, Mel.
Well, it's time for the Player of the Match award, and as always, a Player of the Match receives a smartwatch for their efforts. Tonight it's presented by Callie Day from ATPI Travel, one of our supporters. Thank you, Callie, for joining us. There's some contenders for this award. Nick Carey, second half century of the tournament, and some terrific bowling performances all round by the Spirit. But the award goes to Sophie Eccleston for her contribution of 5 wickets, giving away just 8 runs in there. It is posed for the photo, Sophie. It's the third fifer of the tournament. Well, Sophie, congratulations. You'll take that. You missed out on a hat trick, but you'll take figures of 5 for 8 surely any day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'd take 5 for any day. The international all this, so yeah, it was quite nice.
What went right for you out there today? Because it was all 10 wickets falling to spin. Quite a few from left armers as well. You had support there from Miyagi, who I know is a big fan of yours.
Yeah, I love Zoe. I think I love playing in the same team as Zoe. I think she's just a great asset to our team, and going from one end and then Zoe at the other end, it's obviously amazing for her and amazing for me. And yeah, obviously it's a slower pitch today, so it obviously suits me quite well.
How are you enjoying playing under Nick Carey? Another half century from her today. She seems to be doing a brilliant job of bringing the team together.
Yeah, I know she's loving being captain, so she's obviously doing a great job, not doing it that much, but yeah, it's obviously we've got such a great team and we've all come together so nicely, so it's great to be on the Spirit.
Well, you're in the semi-finals, you've finished off with a win in the regular round, so good luck, we'll see you back here shortly.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to Sophie Eccleston. I'm now going to get the winning captain, Nicola Carey, up here. Loving the captaincy, according to Sophie Eccleston. It does seem to suit you, captaincy. It's bringing out the best in everything.
Oh, look, I don't know if it's my captaincy or the group that we've gotten. Thanks for the compliment, Sophie, but she's basically my co-captain at the minute, so she's very helpful out there. And yeah, it was a great effort from the girls today. Really solid with the bat, and then obviously Sophie the fifer there, and to bowl a team out at T20. Yeah, we're pretty happy with that.
I mean, we've seen Ayabonga Kaka take a fifer. You seem to have options with so many left arm, right arm, leg spin yourself. It's a very strong bowling lineup.
Yeah, we've got a bit of everything, which is pretty handy. And on these sort of slower wickets, we've got a lot of spin options. And as you mentioned, left arm, a lot of offies, right arm, you name it, we've got it. So it's been really handy sort of being able to turn to different people at different times. And yeah, all the girls have contributed nicely so far.
Happy with your batting? You've been going great guns, 2 half centuries now.
Yeah, well, it's nice coming in sort of at the back end when the girls have set a nice platform. So, yeah, Bisma was good today and Soph came out firing as well. So, yeah, I sort of get to come in when it's a little bit easier and have a bit of fun at the back end. So, yeah, we're going along nicely.
You certainly are. Well, congratulations. We already knew you were in the semi-finals, but you've certainly finished off the regular rounds in emphatic style. Well done.
Thanks, Mel.
Thank you very much to Nicola Carey. So that is it. A big win by the Spirit. They take the game by 75 runs, and that's all from the post-match presentation.
And let's have a quick look at the points table. And you see 3 teams have already are successful in qualifying for the semi-final spot. It is Team Spirit, Barmy Army and the Falcons. And we still have that one position open for the next team. And let me have a quick chat with Mark. Mark, firstly, Sophie Eccleston, she's a class act for a reason, right?
Yeah, well, there's a reason why she's the #1 bowler in the world. Incredible stuff from her. Continues to be a huge asset for that Spirit side, and being able to take the wicket of Sophie Devine in particular, that was the big one they needed to get, and she got it. That one there, and Sophie just looked a bit puzzled by the whole wicket, but she's just a huge asset for the team, and you know, to have her in your side, Nicola Carey as a captain, like it's just makes life a lot easier for her.
Yeah, Sophie's also the 3rd wicket taker in the tournament so far.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got good company in Kobong Kaka, who's also taken a 5-fer. So, like Nicola spoke about, having so many options and such a diverse group of players, it's going to be pretty hard to stop.
Yeah, and you also spoke about Kaka. She has 8 wickets so far in this tournament. Brilliant to see from both Sapphire and Team Spirit players.
Yeah, they're brilliant cricketers,
Yeah.
and to have 2 of your bowlers in the top rankings there is great going into finals cricket very soon.
Nicola Carey leading from the front. She had a brilliant knock with the bat today.
Yeah, Nicola Carey, she got thrown captaincy at the very last minute, and we had a press conference and she was sort of giggling uncomfortably, but she's just gone from strength to strength in every aspect of her game, and the captaincy seems to have a positive effect on her. What I love about her batting is she's able to manipulate the field. She hits so many different areas of the ground. You just see captains and bowlers that are playing against her really struggling to come up with a plan to try and slow her down and stop her.
Well, Mark, it's always good to hear from you. Unfortunately, we have to call it quits for today. But thank you so much for